Hello friends. Today I share a birthday with one of the greatest ever English poets in my view, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. I feel a great affinity with him, not because I can write wonderful poetry, but because he struggled all his life with addiction. He never managed to kick his habit of use of opium, the same drug that heroin is derived from. In those days it was known as laudanum because it was mixed with alcohol and taken usually as a drink, but it had a profound effect on Coleridge. He started off getting wonderful inspiration from using such a drug, but the last 18 years of his life, the drug started controlling him, and he lived as semi-recluse in the house of his doctor in London, unable really to write anything very creative, unable really to live without his drug of choice. A sad end for such a great poet. But I'm going to read one of his wonderful poems, Kubla Khan, that he described as writing while coming out of an opium-induced trance, and the imagery is quite remarkable, I think. It's a wonderful poem. Addiction is never a substitute for creativity. It can give one a boost for a time, but addiction always takes over and ruins everything in the end. Today I remember Samuel Taylor Coleridge with gratitude and just am thankful for the wonderful poetry he gave the world. Here we are, Kubla Khan. In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure-dome decree, where Alph, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground, with walls and towers, were so girdled round, and there were gardens, bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree, and here were forests, ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. But oh, that deep, romantic chasm which slanted down the green hill athwart a cedarn covert, a savage place as holy and enchanted as air beneath a waning moon was haunted by woman wailing for her demon lover. And from this chasm, with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if the earth in fast, thick pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momentarily was forced, amid whose swift, half-intermitted burst, huge fragments vaulted like rebounding hail, of chaffy grain beneath the thresher's flail. And mid these dancing rocks at once and ever, it flung up momentarily the sacred river, 5 miles meandering in a mazy motion. Through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns measureless to man, and sank in tumult to a lifeless ocean. Amid this tumult, Kubla heard from far ancestral voices prophesying war. The shadow of the dome of pleasure floated midway on the waves, where was heard the mingled measure from the fountain and the caves. It was a miracle of rare device, a sunny pleasure dome with caves of ice. A damsel with a dulcimer in a vision once I saw. It was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. Could I revive within me her symphony and song, to such a deep delight 'twould win me, that with music loud and long I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice, and all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware, his flashing eyes, his floating hair. Weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed and drunk the milk of paradise. Isn't that a marvelous poem? So sort of biographical in a way. Coleridge, of course, had drunk the milk of paradise and fed on honeydew of opium. A great poem by a great man. Thanks for listening.